Hey everybody, you're watching Cole the Corn Star. Good morning everybody. We ended up getting some rain last night and things are nice and wet. So hopefully later today things dry up so we can start harvesting corn. In the meantime, while we are waiting for things to dry up, we are going to be working on the farm mansion. Our first task of the day is to try to dry up our job site. Our concrete down here is all wet and our wood sheeting up here where we are going to be building walls is also all wet. So I'm going to be pushing around a broom trying to get all this water off, and then with the help of this sun and a little breeze we should be able to get this dried up in about no time. I think from here on out, at the end of the days, I'm going to try to make sure that we have all this concrete completely cleared off, or at least have all the wood we have on the ground up on blocks, so that way we can come in with the leaf blower and the broom after it rains and easily get the water off. Today we had a whole bunch of boards and sawdust and everything laying on the ground, so it ended up taking me about an hour and a half to get everything cleaned up here so that way it could dry. I really don't want to do that every day, so we're just gonna take the extra 15-20 minutes at the end of the day, clean everything up, leaf blow everything off, so if it rains, we can just come in with brooms in 10 minutes, have all the water pushed off, and then 30 minutes later, everything will be completely dry. But good news is, we got this done, it's dry, it's cleaned up, we can move on to the next thing. For the next project, we are going to be jumping into the master suite, into the closet and the bathroom, and we are going to be framing up all of these interior closet and bathroom walls. Oh yeah, big combo today! We're rocking the suspenders with the suspenders. Woo! It's in the rough framing stage right now, but here we have it. We have toilet room number 1, and we have toilet room number 2. Oh, now I'm gonna do the not so fun part. I gotta go play out in the mud and go get some new boards. I am not having very good luck in our 16-foot long 2x4 pile today. I pulled out 30 bad boards to get 8 good ones. So that's like 30% of the boards are usable. We are supposed to take delivery of some new lumber here in a few minutes, so before the delivery truck comes, I'm going to finish going through a few more of our piles of lumber, so that way we can get our discard stacks as big as possible. Then when he comes here to drop off the new stuff, we can load him up with the stuff that's no good for us, and then we can get refunded back for that, and then we can also clear up some space around the job site.
Good morning everyone. This is the next day after we just started picking corn. We got about 6/10 of rain yesterday going into the night, so a little wet this morning. We got the grain dryer going, transferring some grain. We got about 3,000 bushels that we picked yesterday, so we're just trying to get the grain dryer all warmed up, make sure everything's moving fluently there. This morning I had a package come yesterday. We got a bunch of Midland Rios here. We got a bunch of this stuff, and we got one in our combine, our 340, our John Deere tractor. I got one in my pickup. These are the 50 watts. We got these in the equipment, and then we got these in one of my pickups. So I might put one of these in my trucks. So we have another one when you're transporting down the road, moving heads, whatever. Those are kind of handy. But start off with this morning, we got 3 semis here. to do. So we're going to get these thrown in. Alrighty, we're in the white Volvo here. We got our old radio here. It just sat right here. So we're gonna pull this bracket out, put our new bracket in. We got our wiring over here. Hopefully we got power. And then we'll take this old cable out for the antenna. We'll run our new out, put that on the roof or on the mirror bracket there. And we'll be looking good. Hopefully all these trucks go easy. They should. The 2 Volos will be easy, and then the 2 Freightliners, I'm not really sure yet, but we'll figure that out when we get there. We got the radio installed here. We got our speaker mounted up here. We ran the cable down the pillar here, just down there. So hooking up the power now, and these are the old wires here for the old radio, and I got 12.5 volts here. I got ground, and I hooked the power up from the radio to here, and it will not power up the radio. So then down here there's these 2 little prongs that stick out. I don't know if you can see that. Those stick out, so you can hook up your wires, and hooked them up down here. I have 12.5 volts, does not work. So I took the radio straight to the battery, and it works. So I was like, okay, radio's good, everything's good there, should work, they're all new. So I'm gonna run the power to this source here, put my ground here. It'll still be active on the key, so when you shut the key off, it kills the power. But I don't know why I have 12.5 volts and it will not work, but I guess we're just gonna make this work. We're gonna run the wire down, shove it through this hole here, and we'll just hook up down here. All right, we got it wired up here. I just tucked it up, I forgot to show you guys, but turn the key on here, we got power. Perfect. All right, that's what we're looking for. The last thing we really need to do here is we gotta tidy up a little bit of wire there, but we gotta pull this old antenna cable out, and we are going to put a new one up there. I'd say we'd reuse this one. I think we can, but it's broken, so that does us no good. All right, we got our cables ran in nicely here, ran it through this hole, took this little cover off, ran it out that hole there, up to our antenna. Go check out what it looks like from the other side. Here's our final product. Got our radio here, got our handy dandy walkie-talkie part right here, hooks there, and then we just got our speaker up here. Just used 3 screws, ran it in, turned the key on, we got power, and just like that we got a radio. So all we got to do now is put them in the other trucks, but we just got to pick up our bombshell that we have in here, and then we're gonna go to the next truck. But it just started raining, so we got done about perfect time in this one. Alrighty guys, well, trucks are completely done. Should be ready to roll now. We just gotta wait for this weather to clean up, and we can actually go out, use these radios, and it won't be long here, and we're gonna be using them all the time. We're eventually gonna put one in the dryer shack here, and then I'm gonna put one in this pickup, and then maybe one in Dad's pickup. That way when you're driving around, instead of calling him like, hey, you radio them. So it'll be easy as that. So if you guys want to get yourself some radios, like I said, we've had these and 3 of our other pieces of equipment now, actually 4, and really had good luck with them. So if you guys want to get some, just go check out Midland Radios. I'll put a stitch down below. There'll be a link down there. You guys can click on them, go check it out. But for now, I think I'm gonna call it a day. So see you guys in the next one.
The delivery guy should be here about any minute. While I'm waiting for him, I just got a call from my dad. He is trying to dry some corn over at the bin site, and I guess he's having some problems. Pipe wrench, oh pipe wrench, where art thou? This one might work perfect. How's it working, Zach? One of these work for you?
We're good now.
Oh. After running 3 loads of corn through the pit, the bottom ended up plugging up on this, so they had to take a grate off to go down there and clean everything up, and they got it all cleaned out. So now we're trying to get this grate back on. And then it also sounds like a bearing went out over here on one of the augers earlier, and they got that fixed. And then They have been drying corn today, but now it's starting to rain, so we just shut the dryer off. And it's raining pretty good now. The wood just got here. I already got one bundle unloaded over there, so we're gonna get this one unloaded. Then hopefully we can get our other no good piles loaded up on him so he can be taking those back, and then we can get a refund. There he goes. He's got about 150 boards that he's taken back. I ate some lunch and got some office work taken care of, and it has now stopped raining again. So I'm gonna try to go back outside and see if I can get a little bit more construction stuff done. I think it's supposed to rain again in a little bit, but I think I can get my outside stuff done, and then I have some work that I would like to do in the basement. In a pretty typical me fashion, we have a little change of plans. My wife just stopped by, and we were walking through the master suite now that we have some walls built, and we could lay some boards down on the ground to see where things are going to be. And we both kind of agreed that we don't like the layout of what we had designed. So we've been laying some boards out on the floor for about the past hour. And we came up with a new closet bathroom layout. So that means some of the walls that we built today, we are going to have to tear out and redo. And then we are going to have to move a door as well. Originally, this was supposed to be bathroom number 1, and this was supposed to be bathroom number 2. We are going to be removing bathroom number 1. The 2-bathroom toilet thing was my idea, but honestly, David doesn't like it. So we're going to be taking that out, and that is going to be our only toilet. And then the vanity is going to be located right here on this side of that board. We're going to have a pocket door hidden right inside of here, so that way we still maintain a lot of hallway space. And then we are going to be tearing out this wall, and this is going to be our laundry room. So basically this whole square right here, we're gonna have a washer and dryer in there, as well as some cabinets. And then right now we have our door located all the way in the corner, and it makes it really awkward along this wall. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move that door over here. So it's gonna be right between these two boards. And then we can take this whole wall and we can set up a big closet, cabinet, countertop kind of thing, you know, little cubbies and hang up spots where you can put things. So that way we can actually utilize this whole wall. And then over here, there is going to be a similar thing. So this is all going to be closet space, washer dryer in there, as well as some storage, then toilet, vanity, and this corner is going to be a bathtub. And then you come around here and the shower is going to be located back there. Fortunately for us, none of the walls in the closet or the bathroom are load bearing, so we can move them however we want. We're just going to be out the couple hours that it took us to build these and then tear them down and then re-put them back up. But at this point, that's a pretty small detail. We're going to be living here the rest of our lives. So right now, we're just taking the time and we're doing it the way that we feel we are going to want it for the long run. So it's kind of hard to visualize sometimes on a piece of paper or in your head, but when you actually start getting stuff laid out, something that you thought was a good idea maybe wasn't as good of an idea as you thought. So we're just taking care of that right now. So we're gonna get started on this in the morning. We're gonna pull this stuff down and then we are going to rebuild.
12 hours later.
We ended up getting rain again last night, so we're gonna get everything dried off and then we're gonna start building again. I think it is time for us to open the new lumber that we got yesterday. With pretty much all the lumber that we've got on the project so far, outside of the stuff that has been engineered, about 50% of it has not been usable. We are trying a different company for these bundles, so hopefully they're better than 50% good. First look at first board, and David Bowie. Big old key rack. Second board, however, also David Bowie. Okay, this could be much of the same. I guess we'll find out. So far, we are not off to a very good start. We have found 2 good boards and 12 bad ones. I'm gonna stop separating out 2x4s for now. I think we may have enough. We just need enough to finish up the master suite, and then for everything else, we are going to be using 2x6s, so there's no point on getting 50 extra ones cut that are just going to be sitting there for the next week. So, we are now going to move on to our next little project. And by the way, with the last couple screws going in right now, we got the master closet and bathroom all switched up. So this is going to be the new laundry room, and then the toilet is going to be located over here. And then Roman is getting ready to open the door up in this spot and then take those boards that are there and put them over in that doorway. So our new doorway will be right here. Our next thing to build is going to be the wall that is going to be on the back side of the vanity, and once we get that wall built, then the master suite will be done. Never mind, we are not going to a new project yet. When I set up the miter saw this morning, I thought I measured it out exactly to where it needed to be, but I must have measured 1/8 of an inch too long. So all of these 2x4s that I cut earlier are 1/8 of an inch too long. So I need to recut all of them and literally just take off a sliver. Here we go! We pretty much have the master suite done. So when we come up, we will be in the hallway. You come into the master suite through this doorway. This takes us into the closet. Once we are in the closet, then we have the washer and dryer room. Those are going to be located in here. And then we're gonna have a door that will take us into the bathroom. We have the toilet room on the left. And then on the right, this is where the vanity is going to be located. The bathtub is going to be located underneath of that window. And then we can go over here and go into the shower area. We do still need to get that wall built. That's the last part of the master suite that we need to build yet, or at least frame. Once we come through the bathroom, we will be able to come through a door right here and then get in the actual master bedroom where we have the bump out with all the nice windows. I guess we do have one wall we still need to get built in here, but I don't think we need to build that right now. It basically goes exactly where that angle piece is. And then when we come through this way, we can go into this door, which will take us back into the closet, and then we can shoot right back out into the hallway, and then we can go into the rest of the house. We are now done framing up the master suite, and we are now going to move on to our exterior walls. Cutting construction a little short today because right now I am on my way to the Iowa State arm wrestling tournament. Here we go. This is where it's at. I've lost about 10 pounds over the last 10 days in order to make the 154-pound cutoff. I just got done weighing in. I weighed in 1.5 pounds over. However, I still had all my clothes on, so they gave me the allowance. So I made weight. I'm gonna get some carbs back in me and some water.
Is your winner and 240 super heavyweight, right? Go! 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 Ian Jones. Go! Come on!
up getting second place with my left hand, and I don't know what's going on, but something right up in here was kind of hurting on me. So instead of doing the normal way of me pulling, which would be going back like this, I ended up doing a forward kind of thing. And it worked, I guess, because I ended up beating some people, but got second place with my left hand, and then my right hand, I would have pulled for the 4th and 5th place position. If I would have won, I would have got 4th place. So, I mean, overall, I'm not unimpressed with how I did, but I do know I have a lot of room for improvement, which is pretty exciting. But overall, it was a lot of fun, and I am incredibly sore. Coming back out to the job site, I just want to say, if you are a framer, hats off to you, because wow, this is not an easy job. On past construction projects, I have helped frame up things before, but I've never been the guy to do the measurements plus the building of everything, basically the full thought process behind it. I've always just kind of been told, hey, go put a line on that board. Hey, cut the board to this and put it there. And so you don't really have to do a lot of thinking in order to do that. And well, today I did a lot of thinking and building, and a lot of thinking, because all of the work that I did wrong. I'm pretty sure I redid everything that I did throughout the day because I did it wrong the first time. So it was kind of frustrating, but to be honest, it's new. It's like learning a new language, and the only way to learn is to do and to make mistakes and then tear it apart and figure out what you did wrong and then do it again. And so I spent a lot of time doing that today. I don't feel like I personally got a whole lot done, but I learned. All right, guys, I am going to call it a video here. This is all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.